This is not a left... Every week we just giggle at that. This is not a left versus right issue. As we just saw, a five-star general turned president warned about it in his farewell address 56 years ago. And a certain well-known presidential candidate criticized this particular swamp much more recently.
They're ordering missiles that they don't want because of politics, because of special interests, because the company that makes the missiles is a contributor.
We're buying equipment that we don't even want because certain companies have better political skills.
We hear a lot about the wasted billions of dollars in our defense budget. But the truly disgusting thing is that it's not waste. Waste makes it sound like an accident, and this is no accident. It's corruption. Here's how it works. The military-industrial complex is made up of three parts. In fact, it's known as, quote, an iron triangle. The Congress, the bureaucracy, mainly the defense and state departments, and then the defense contractors and arms manufacturers who get paid handsomely to provide everything from joint strike fighters, munitions, vehicles, private security, even meals for soldiers. Their interest is clear. They want lucrative government contracts. How do they get them? You'd hope that it was by providing the best service for the best value. After all, it's our money and our nation's defense. But in the military-industrial swamp, it's not quality that counts, it's connections. The rotten truth is that there's a revolving door between defense contractors and the Defense Department. General James Mattis was paid $242,000 and up to $500,000 in vested stock options by the company General Dynamics, which builds tanks, submarines and munitions. He also received a $20,000 speaking fee from defense giant Northrop Grumman. He's now Secretary of Defense, where he has authority over the department's nearly $600 billion annual budget. Then there's John Kelly, who was paid $166,000 as an advisor to DynCorp, a company that gets 96% of its revenue from government contracts, and which was recently selected to train Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. Kelly is now Secretary of Homeland Security, where he oversees ICE. While Mattis and Kelly were required to step down from those positions before starting work for the government, it's typical of the incestuous relationship in this lucrative swamp. These defense companies have been built on having friends in high places. William LYNN has made his way through the revolving door 3 times. He's currently the CEO of the defense contractor Leonardo DRS. From 2009 to 2011, he was Deputy Defense Secretary, where he oversaw the DoD's massive annual budget. Before that, he was at defense contractor Raytheon, where he was in charge of government operations and strategy. And he got his start back in 1993, working in the office of the Secretary of Defense. Then there's former Defense Department contracting official Kevin Jans, who went on to found the company Skyway, where his Rolodex must have come in awfully handy. The company helps its clients compete for federal contracts, the same contracts he used to dole out. According to their own website, Kevin, this is a quote, Kevin built his company on the premise that no one knows the federal acquisition system better than those contracting officers and buyers who managed it on the inside. I mean, totally shameless, right? Now, it will come as no surprise to regular viewers of Swamp Watch that our elected representatives are a big part of this incestuous triangle. Their interests are clear. They want political donations, and defense contractors are happy to play ball. Every year, a few dozen members of Congress set the Defense Department's budget, a job which practically guarantees huge donations from defense contractors. In 2015, the 48 congressmen and senators who sat on the Armed Services Committee received, on average, $430,000 from defense contractors. It's even more of a jackpot if you chair one of these committees. Come on down, Dick Durbin of Illinois, the second highest ranking Democrat in Congress, and someone who's constantly popping up on our TV screens, pompously prattling on about the Trump administration's ethical violations. Well, in 2013, Durbin became chair of the Defense Appropriations Subcommittee, which led to a wave of cash that made Durbin the top recipient of defense industry contributions that election cycle. Durbin counts Northrop Grumman, Boeing, United Technologies and BAE Systems among his top 7 largest contributors. Beyond political donations, some congressmen have even made their own way through the military-industrial defense revolving door. In 2013, when the Pentagon wanted to cancel its order of Northrop Grumman's drones, Democratic Representative Jim Moran stepped in and wrote a letter demanding that they follow through on the order. What an incredible coincidence that he left Congress soon after, only to land a job as a lobbyist for Northrop Grumman. President Eisenhower was right, but I wonder if even he could have predicted just how swampy the military-industrial complex would turn out to be. Now, if any of you at home have suggestions for further editions of Swamp Watch, and they are coming in fast, please email them to us at thenextrevolution@foxnews.com.